this is Paul Harvey. Stand by for news. This is Grand Island, Nebraska. In the geographical middle of Nebraska, you're near the geographical center of the United States. Here, the Platte River spreads itself across the flatlands with so many fingers it takes 9 bridges to cross it. But in 2 main channels, and between those 2 channels is an island 20 miles long, half a mile wide. And from that island, Grand Island, Nebraska got its name. But that's not where it is. No, the city of St. Ruth's about 5 miles north of the river. Because it is in the middle of everything, trains and highways and skyways have pumped a steady flow of economic adrenaline into this heartland of America for more than 100 years. Well, sir, the planes weren't flying in yesterday's fog hereabouts, so I came overnight by train from Chicago. You get off a rockin' rollin' Pullman at 2:09 a.m. and you see a city smothered in fog with just some late-night neon lights casting an eerie aura over the deserted downtown, and if you can feel a genuine fondness for a strange city under those circumstances, there must be something magic about it. So I was up again at 5 a.m., determined to discover the source of that magic. This is an agricultural community. That is, the varied businesses all are related to agriculture, corn mostly, beef partly. They got a jolt out here during the Depression of the 30s. They got a drought at the same time. Best thing that ever happened to them. Now, I mean it. It was during those desperate, dusty days of the 30s that Hall County began punching holes in the ground looking for water, and they found it. And if I might be allowed an appropriate pun, their sick economy got well. And today, 4,000 wells later, this 3rd largest city in Nebraska has supported a population that has increased more than twice as fast as the rest of the state. The artificial respiration which revived the economy in the 30s, water, is still pumping a steady growth of sustained prosperity into Grand Island today. You get the impression these Cornhuskers have got it made. You never hear anybody here talking about the good old days, but you hear a lot of enthusiasm for these good new days. The Chamber of Commerce is as wide awake as a barefoot boy stomping ants. They and others encouraged the community to plow back hundreds of thousands of dollars in just the past 12 months into improved schools, parks, hospitals, churches, electric facilities. I mention this to make plain that where these islanders in mid-America have sunk roots and stayed put in this prosperous oasis, they aren't asleep. I'm going back out into the streets now to speak at the schools and at a banquet tonight, biggest banquet the Chamber of Commerce has ever hosted, they tell me. And between times, I'll listen. And maybe I can trace the magic to its source. In the streets where the recent snow, now relegated to the curbsides, is still mostly white, where the elms are hiding their nakedness in a fleecy negligee of frost, where a community hugging close to the generous breast of the good earth grows strong, and where the native islanders have it made and haven't stopped making it. Paul Harvey. Good day.